Are you thinking about moving to Chicago's Northwest Side and find yourself stuck between two of its most beloved family friendly neighborhoods? You're not alone. I talk to so many clients who are looking for that perfect blend of city access and community feel. And they almost always land on two top contenders, Jefferson Park and Portage Park. They're right next to each other, but they offer surprisingly different lifestyles. So today, we're putting these two neighborhoods head to head. We're going to break down everything from real estate and schools to the local vibe and amenities to help you decide which one is the perfect fit for you and your family. I'm a local real estate agent right here in Chicago, and my passion is helping people navigate these tough decisions to find a place they'll love to call home. So, all right, let's start with the vibe. Okay, first up, let's talk about the feeling you get just walking around these neighborhoods. While they share a border, their personalities are definitely very distinct. Think of Jefferson Park as having a more suburban feel within the city limits. It's known for being a quieter, more stable, and incredibly tight knit community. This is a place where block parties are a regular thing, neighbors actually know each other, and there's a strong sense of pride rooted in local history, especially with one of Chicago's largest Polish communities. This means you get amazing cultural events like the Taste of Polonia Festival at the iconic Copernicus Center and the popular Jeff Fest every summer. The lifestyle here feels very settled and family orientated. It's home to about 27,000 people, and with an average household size of around 2.5, you can tell that families really plant their roots here. It's a bit more spread out. The pace is a little slower, and it just feels like a classic residential Chicago neighborhood. Head just south, and you hit Portage Park. Has a different kind of energy that's centered around its massive namesake park. The vibe is still historic and community focused, but there's a buzz here. The neighborhood is filled with classic Chicago style bungalows that give it this charming, cohesive look. Life really revolves around the park, which is basically the community's backyard and central hub. It hosts countless events, sports leagues, festivals that create a really active and connective spirit. While it's still very family friendly, there's that sense that Portage Park is a neighborhood on the rise, attracting new families and businesses while holding on to its historic character. It feels a little denser and more energetic than Jefferson Park, with a big focus on those shared public spaces. All right, let's talk about the big one, what you can afford and what kind of home will you get. This is where we see some of the biggest differences. Let's start with Jefferson Park. What you'll find here are those classic Chicago bungalows, vintage two flats and single family homes, and many of them sit on lots that are bigger than you'd expect in the city. That's a big part of its suburban feel. The market here is known for being really stable. As of mid 2025, the average home value is hovering around 395,000. It's a very competitive market with homes often going under contract in less than a week. The key takeaway for my clients is that Jefferson Park often represents a more affordable entry point for a single family home on the Northwest Side, offering solid, well built homes that are perfect for long-term family life. Now, Portage Park Market tells a significantly different story, one of serious growth. The housing is also rich with historic bungalows, so much so that there's a designated Portage Park Bungalow Historic District. But you'll also see a growing number of new construction condos and townhomes. This market is hot. In May of 2025, the median sale price in Portage Park hit $480,000. That's a jump of 8.6% from the year before. So it shows median prices around 431 to 450, but the big picture is clear. Demand is high. Price growth tells the story. Buyers are flocking to the neighborhood's charm, amenities, and making it a strong market for families who see their home as a solid investment. For a lot of families, having green space for the kids to run around is a deal breaker. Both neighborhoods deliver on this, but in very different ways. Portage Park's identity is completely wrapped around its crown jewel, the park itself. At a huge 38 acres, it's the largest public park on the entire northwest side. This isn't just a park, it's a destination. It has an Olympic-sized pool complex that once hosted Olympic trials, tennis courts, baseball fields, playgrounds, a dog park, and even a boxing center. The park is always buzzing with activity. From farmers markets to huge community festivals, it's the true heart of the neighborhood. If your dream of family life means spending every sunny weekend at a sprawling active park, then Portage Park is pretty tough to beat. Now, Jefferson Park takes a completely different approach. Instead of one giant park, it has several wonderful, well-kept, smaller parks sprinkled throughout the community. The main spot is Jefferson Memorial Park, a lovely 8-acre space with its own field house, outdoor pool, and playground. But it doesn't stop there. You also have easy access to places like Wilson Park and Dunham Park for even more options. And here's a huge bonus for Jefferson Park. You're right on the edge of the beautiful forest preserve, like Lukowski Woods. That means miles of trails for hiking, biking, right at your doorstep, a real nature escape in the city. Before we jump into the next section, if you're finding this comparison helpful, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button, and I'm curious, which neighborhood is speaking to you so far? Drop a comment below, Jefferson Park or Portage Park. Let's see who's winning. How you get around the city is a huge factor in your day-to-day life. And in this one category, one neighborhood pulls way ahead. This is where Jefferson Park truly shines. It's one of the most important transportation hubs in all of Chicago, earning the nickname the Gateway to Chicago. At its core is Jefferson Park Transit Center. From this one spot, you can hop on the CTA Blue Line to get downtown or O'Hare Airport, take the Metro train out to the suburbs, or catch one of the many bus routes that spiderweb across the city. Plus, you have incredibly easy access to the Kennedy and Edens expressways. For families who commute, travel a lot, or just want easy access to the rest of Chicago, the transit options here are a game changer, without a doubt. Now, Portage Park is still very well connected. It has great access to major roads and plenty of bus lines. The Blue Line stations at Jefferson Park and Montrose are also pretty accessible, usually just a short walk or a bus ride away, depending on where you live. It just doesn't have that single central all-in-one transit hub. Its northern neighborhood has. While getting around is still convenient, it just doesn't have that same all-in-one firepower you find in Jefferson Park. For families, nothing is more important than education. Both Jefferson Park and Portage Park are known as solid neighborhoods with a good range of options. In Jefferson Park, you'll find a number of well regarded public and private schools, including Bubin Elementary and recently renovated Taft High School, which has a strong academic reputation. Beyond the schools, you have great community resources like the Roden branch of the Chicago Public Library and active community groups that really support local youth programs. Portage Park also has a wide selection of schools and is very popular for families. The strong sense of community here often means parents are really involved in the schools. My advice is always the same. If you're serious about a house, do your homework on the specific school it's zoned for. Check out the school's website, try and talk to the principal, and see if you can sit in on a local school council meeting. That's where you'll get a real feel for the school's culture. So, after all that, which neighborhood is the one for you? Like most things in real estate, the answer isn't always about which one is better, but which one is better for you. You should choose Jefferson Park if your top priorities are affordability and unbeatable commute and a quieter community feel. It's the ideal choice for the family that needs amazing access to O'Hare, downtown, or the suburbs for work. It's for the buyer who wants classic, stable Chicago neighborhood experience with a more relaxed, almost suburban pace of life. You should choose Portage Park if your dream is to have a massive, vibrant park as your family's playground. It's the perfect fit for those who want to be in a more dynamic, active community where life revolves around a central hub. It's for the home buyer who sees their home as an investment in a hot market and loves the charm of living in a beautiful historic bungalow district with a ton of energy. Ultimately, you can't go wrong with either of these fantastic Northwest Side neighborhoods. They both offer wonderful quality of life. The choice just comes down to what you value most. Making a move is one of the biggest decisions you'll ever make, and having an expert on your side is critical. My name is Erica McClain, and I specialize in helping people just like you find their perfect home on Chicago's Northwest Side. We live here, we work here, and we know how the neighborhoods are inside and out, whether you're leaning towards the transit convenience of Jefferson Park or the incredible green space of Portage Park. We have the on the ground expertise to guide you through every step of the process. Or if you're selling in either of those neighborhoods, all of my contact information is below. Please don't hesitate to reach out, call me, text me, send me an email, day or night, 7 days a week. I would be absolutely honored to help you with your move to Chicago. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.